Wow, that's out of character. Maki gets caught in gets caught in Kokichi's trap. Kokichi doesn't have the heart to kill her and frees Maki. Actually, that's completely in character. I thought it was flip-flop. Good day, good people. It is another fine day in the year of the horizon. A fine, fine day with your boys, Toonlink, with your boy, Torchic, Dave the Torchic, and your United States Aviator, and welcome back to a very special episode of Danganronpa, Hunger Games. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a big cast today. It is a very special episode. It is the Despair Dimension folks are back again for one time and one time only, versus everyone here in the normal dimension, and we could see a major shift, a major shock to the system, if I would say so myself. But before we do that, let's just tell you who's in where, who's where. Who do we got? In the normal dimension, we have Mondo, Kazuichi, Mew, Kotoka, Monica, Ibuki, Miko, Seiko, Sakura, Nekomaru, Gonta, Kaede, Sarah, Ryola, Crazy Yoko, Extra Large, Crazy Yoko, Normal, Small, yes, Rantaro, Hajime, Chiaki, Jin, Aiko, Mukuro, Fuihiko, Chihiro, Haiji, Tengen, Kiyotaka, Peko, Munakata, Sayaka, Samuki, Hiro, Go, Jin, Ken, Yasuhiro, So, Akane, Maki, Nagisa, Chisa, Hizakura, Himiko, Angie, Jotaro, Kibo, Mekamaru, Sonya, Gundam, Daisaku, Togami, Karumi, Pennyworth, Makoto, Naegi, Mahiru, Leon, Teru, Fat Togami, Hifumi, Cory in the House, Azuru, Genocide Jack, The Great Gozu, Kyoko, Shuichi, Keiji, Yasuke, Maya, Ruruka, Izio, Taichi, Yuna, Mitarai, Toko, Nao, Kotomi, Murasame, Monotaro, Shirakuma, the Nanokumas, Monode, Monosuke, Monokuma, Kurakuma. And from the Despair Dimension, we have Juzo, Kaito, Nagito, Nane Achiaki, Hina, Kokichi, Tenko, Usami, Mishima, Komaru, Monofani, Monokin, Celeste, Masaru, Junko, Ijime, and Suzui from the OC episode, Sachiko from Danganronpa Fandom's Calling, and Ayiung from Danganronpa Z Patient Madness Cropper. Ladies and gentlemen, that's your rundown of books today, and let me tell you why this episode is so special. Because for one time and one time only, we have a couple rules for this episode. Let me tell you what those rules are. They are on this note card. We only have 3 rules. 3 rules. Because it is the Despair Dimension versus, the Despair Dimension people have some special powers. Firstly, if a Despair Dimension person finishes in last, they are not banished to the Despair Dimension again. In fact, they are saved from the Despair Dimension. That's the first one. That's the lightest one. That's the lightest. That's light duty. Second, if someone from the Despair Dimension, and this one is important, banishes someone from the normal dimension, they swap places. So they can send someone to the Despair Dimension in their place. And the most powerful one, the most dangerous one, is if someone from the Despair Dimension wins. Everyone who is in the Despair Dimension who's ranked in the top 10 is freed. That's right. It's liberation for anyone who does very well in the Despair Dimension if someone from the Despair Dimension wins. But that also means we need an exchange. That means everyone from the bottom 10 is banished to the Despair Dimension. Those are the 3 special rules. Will they come into play? We'll have to wait and see. None of them could happen. But we do know, no matter what, whoever's in last, someone is going to the Despair Dimension or getting saved from the Despair Dimension this time. All the other Despair Dimension things are in play. So tell me, a couple things. Who in the Despair Dimension? First of all, happy 2500. We made it. We made it, and I'll be frank, we made it sooner than I thought we would. For some reason, every time I'm like, oh, we're almost there, I should start planning something, YouTube spikes. YouTube spikes. And I wanted to do this one after I finished the OC episode, so the OCs and then the Fangans who made it to the Despair Dimension could have a shot in this too. That's why this one is here instead of, because now we're close to 2,600 if we're being completely honest. Tell me who from the Despair Dimension do you want back the most? Who do you want back the most? Who do you hope gets saved? And in contrast, who do you hope in the normal dimension gets banished to the Despair Dimension? Tell me that. Which of those two? Tell me those two things. Who do you think is going to place last? Because it doesn't necessarily mean they'll be banished. Who do you think will place last? And who do you think will come in first? Those 4 things. The winner of this episode gets also placed in the middle part of the singles bracket. But also, they will be with their tag team partner in the middle part of the tag team bracket. But I will also tell you, in terms of tag teams, if any of these last 4 win, Ayiung will be partnered with her district partner from the OC episode, Suzui will be partnered with her district partner from the OC episode, Sachiko will be partnered with her actual partner from Thin Ice, Fuyuko, and then Ayiung will be partnered with her actual tag team partner from Patient Pirouettes, who is Omaewa. My memory's doing great, but let me tell you, my voice is trying to die after all of the long recordings this week. But that's fine. That's fine because we're gonna make it. I got some good old, I've had some tea earlier, got some good old H2O. And we're ready for this. So go ahead, make those comments, tell me your picks. Tell me your picks because this is still a big episode. We got a lot to get through. I'll make my picks while you guys are making your picks. But also the last thing is secret achievements are still in play. So don't forget about that. We could have a lot of the secret achievements filled out today too. Because it is technically a singles episode, there's no partnership going on today. My picks, who do I want brought back the most? I'll say Komaru, but also Celeste. I'll say Komaru, because she's wishy-washy with my number 1. It's either her or Gundam, you guys know that. You guys know that by heart. In terms of who do I want banished, this is easy. We're not gonna say so. Yeah, we're gonna say Sayaka. Sayaka, maybe Tengen. Some days I feel for Haiji, but also I don't. But we'll put Sayaka at the very bottom for people who I want to get banished. Who do I think is gonna get first? I think it will be someone from the Despair Dimension. I think it'll be Kokichi. He tends to make his wins matter. You know, he picks and chooses when he needs to win. And I think that's gonna be today. Who do I think is gonna get last? I don't know, I have a gut feeling that it's going to be... I think we're gonna send Togami to the Despair Dimension. I think it's his time. It's his time to be. It's his time to shine. Are you guys ready? Those are my picks. I know you guys have made your picks in the comments below. I know you've done it. But we have a long episode for you guys today. Maybe. We could lose so many people in the bloodbath. It could be one of those days. You guys know how this is. Let's go ahead. Let's click proceed after we resimulate. Not 1 time. Not 2 times. Did I? Oh, I didn't even click it. That's hilarious. There we go. Not 3 times. Not even 4 times. But you guys, you know, for the spiciest of RNG, we have to click it a full 5 times. We've resimulated 5 times. You guys are ready. 5 times, 5 times, $5 foot long, 5 high five, 5 seconds to while we'll proceed, ladies and gentlemen, to the bloodbath. Ladies and gentlemen, as the tributes stand on their podiums, the horn sounds. Can we please sound the horn? Masaru is unable to convince Jin not to kill him. Masaru is in the Despair Dimension. Masaru is not getting banished to the Despair Dimension. Last place will not be a banishment today. Instead, Masaru, in the past week of canon games, we've saved a lot of people. All of the Warriors of Hope who were in the Despair Dimension, because now Masaru, your boy, is back. I gotta cross him off this list. Unless someone from the Despair Dimension wins, in which case I have to actually put him back in. That's terrifying. Masaru, hopefully you make it in. Hopefully you do well. Hopefully you don't get banished again. Azuru takes a sickle from the side of the cornucopia. Sayaka steps off the podium too soon and... I knew I could have done it. I should have done it. I should have been like, if someone from the Despair Dimension finishes last, the person in next to last will actually be banished instead. I thought about doing that, but I was like, nah, we won't do it. And then it hits again. Despair. Oh, but this is fine. Now I think I have to root for someone from the Despair Dimension because she stepped off her podium too soon and she exploded. Yo, if a person from the Despair Dimension finishes first, they will be inducted into the squad. There's a chance, you guys. It's someone's chance to be. Maki runs away from the cornucopia. Aiko severely slices Makoto with a sword. Rest in peace, that was unlucky for him. Angie, Mondo, and Leon assist each other in getting the best of weapons. Nagito decapitates Usami with a sword. Rest in peace to her. Ijime runs away from the cornucopia, as does Peko. Monica runs away with a ladder and some rope. Nagisa is beaten to death with a chair by Monofini. Monofini took a steel chair and she was like, get out of here, Nagisa. Monokuma grabs a jar of fishing bait while Haruka gets the fishing gear. Pennyworth finds a backpack full of camping equipment. And Nanokuma's run away from the cornucopia, as is Ryoma. Sakura proposes to Sonia, not Hina? Huh. Well, Sonia still accepts and they run away together. Oh, that's sweet. That's sweet. I'm proud of you two. Suzui, Juzo, and Taichi work together to get as many supplies as possible. Crazy Yoko shoots an arrow at Jin, but misses and kills Sachiko instead. You really are the ultimate bad luck, aren't you, Sachiko? Come on. Come on, Sachiko. Togami finds a shopping cart inside of the cornucopia. Kurokuma ignores the game and goes looking for food. Kizakura runs away from the cornucopia. Ayiung tries to explain to Monokuma that there's been a mistake and she isn't supposed to be here. Genocide Jack kills Rantaro, then frames Komaru for it, and she gets punished. Komaru, no. Komaru, no. Murasame blows a kiss at Daisaku before running away from the cornucopia. So, Taka, Mew, and Kazuichi share everything they gathered before running away. Monokid grabs a jar of fishing bait while Monodam grabs the fishing gear. Teru and Ibuki haggle over items. You guys are haggling, I love it. Crazy Yoko Extra Large stays at the cornucopia for resources. Kaede stabs Yasuke in the back with a trident. And Gundam grabs a shovel. Tenko runs away from the cornucopia. Mikan asks Yuta and Fat Togami not to be lewd in her presence. That actually sounds not... I don't expect Fat Togami to be lewd. Maybe Yuta, I don't know a lot about him. He died a little bit too soon. Mikan, though, she probably would be like, please don't be lewd in my presence. Hifumi runs away from the cornucopia. Keiji grabs a jar of fishing bait while Monosuke grabs the fishing gear. Mitsurai receives a trident from inside the cornucopia. Monotauro cuts Maya with a knife in self-defense before running off. Now, Kokichi, Kibo, Izuyoi, and Haiji have a party to boost morale. During it, Kibo turns off the lights and kills Miss Now. How could you, Kibo? How could you? Munakata and Yasuhiro immediately become friends. Jotaro repeatedly stabs Chiaki. You monster. Seiko takes a sickle from inside of the cornucopia. Kaito runs away from the cornucopia, as does Katoko. Mukuro can't remember who they are. Junko tries to help her remember. I don't know what kind of help you're doing. I don't know if I trust you with Mukuro, Junko. I really don't. Kanon grabs a backpack, not realizing it's empty. Hina grabs as many weapons as humanly possible. Shuichi strangles the house. Cory in the house with a rope. Mahiru clutches a first aid kit and runs away. Akane proposes to Sarah. She accepts and they run away for this. There's so much marriage. 2 marriages. We're having a double marriage. Chihiro and Karumi fall in love at first sight despite the circumstances. I really wouldn't believe that either, but who knows? Maybe he's the one to break through to Karumi. Mekamaru finds a portal gun. Mekamaru, I forgot you were both in this game, runs away from the cornucopia. Another one. Shirokuma proposes to Celeste. They accept. Oh man, there's three weddings, 3 newlyweds. That's beautiful. Didn't think Celeste would go for a bear, but you know what? I'm not here to shame her. The Great Gozu takes a boomerang. Hajime and Nane Aichiaki fight for a bag. Nane Aichiaki gives up and runs away. I didn't expect you to fight for her, or fight her. You would fight for her. I believe that, Hajime. I didn't think you would fight her. Chisa grabs a backpack, not realizing it's empty. Toko finds a shopping cart inside the cornucopia. Mishima finds a home run bat inside the cornucopia. Katoko rides into the cornucopia on Fuyuhiko's back. That man's a short. That man's a strong though. Apparently that man's just been doing squats. Himiko runs away from the cornucopia. Katomi grabs a backpack and retreats. Gonto runs away from the cornucopia. Tengen runs away from the cornucopia, and Samugi kills Hiroko with her own weapon. We are 1 bloodbath through. We are here at day 1. Taka and Leon make flower crowns together. Mukuro investigates the school grounds looking for clues. Tengen falls into a pit but somehow lives. Haiji tries to redeem himself. by finding an ancient artifact that can bring one person back from the despair dimension. Unfortunately, you have to go in their place. Haiji gladly sacrifices himself to bring a lost soul back to the game. Wow. Once again, that's one of those things that you don't expect to see happening. But Haiji trying to redeem himself. Now I'm gonna have to pull up the wheel and take Masaru off first of all. I'm gonna make sure I don't mess that one up. Masaru, where are you? Masaru, you're out of that wheel. Now we're gonna bring somebody back. Bringing back somebody. Gonna hit the record button. 3, 2, 1, and it's recording now. Ladies and gentlemen, let's tap this wheel. We got a lot to get through. We got a long way to go and a short time to get there. But Haiji will be saving from the despair dimension Hina. Hina is now out of the despair dimension. Congratulations to you, Hina, and I am moved by you trying to be redeemed, Haiji. I am truly moved. We can stop that recording. And I'm gonna bring you here too. You are still here in the game. Keep going. Holy heck, right afterwards, Hina's like, I'm so excited to be back, and blows up Jin, Kazuichi, and Ruruka. I didn't even cross your name off the list yet, Hina, and here you are trying to destroy everyone. Jeez Louise, Hafumi. Chases Daisaku around with a mace. Gonta tends to his garden. Hajime, Sonya, Monodam, and Nekomaru raid Pekko's camp while she's hunting. Shirakuma overpowers Gundam, killing him. Like, boy. Celeste picks flowers and gives them to Suzui. How sweet! Ayiung puts all of her faith into Atua. Ryoma violently shakes a tree to knock loose some fruit. Togami accidentally burns the meal he had made for Shuichi. Shuichi eats it anyway because he's a doll, let's be honest. Monofini sings "Let It Go" at the top of her lungs and so decides to let it go too, just for fun. Toko rests in a fruit tree. It provides good shade and she felt quite at ease. Nanokumas confide in Akane. Fat Togami tends to his garden. Maki also sings "Let It Go" at the top of her lungs. And Mishima rises like the break of dawn. Pennyworth's trap kills Izuyoi. Rest in peace to Izuyoi. The Great Gozu gives Jotaro and Mahiru an irresistible smile. Jotaro and Mahiru argue over who loves the Great Gozu more. I'm the biggest Great Gozu fan of all time. The ultimate wrestler, let's go. Oh yeah. Chisa etches a threat against Samugi into tree bark rather. Kokichi camouflages himself in the bushes. Yuta breaks Teruteru's with his legs but keeps him alive. Kibo diverts Monokiba's attention and runs away. Fuyiko sets off an explosive, killing Juzo and Tinko, 2 members of the despair dimension. Jeez Louise. Kurakuma, Angie, Kotoko, and Ibuki play cards. Aiko, not Kaito, hunts for other tributes. Hizakura says, "Crazy Yoko, you matter. Don't worry. I think that might put her brain at ease." Kaede holds Monica from behind as Monokuma stabs her repeatedly in the chest. I guess Kaede is working with Monokuma. Maybe she really does have an evil twin. Maya receives hot cocoa from an unknown sponsor. Monotaro, well, you know what? It's like, which of these is the greater two evil, Monica or Monokuma? Who knows? Monotaro and Sakura save Karumi from drowning. I didn't know she couldn't swim. Mikan forces Kanon to kill Junko or Ijime. She refuses to kill, so Mikan kills Kanon instead. You're a saint, Kanon. You're a saint. She refused to kill the 2 people from the despair dimension. Wow, Kanon, you really are a saint. Crazy Yoko, extra large, sees smoke rise in the distance but decides not to investigate. Keiji blows a dandelion puff. Nane Achiaki enjoys the warmer weather. Kyoko violently shakes a tree to knock loose some fruit. Himiko throws a discarded dumbbell into Taichi's head. Sarah breaks Hiro's legs. Why are we breaking all these legs? But keeps him alive. Chihiro injures himself. Jin bleeds out due to untreated injuries. Mew gives Nagito her jacket along with a hug. Seiko accidentally burns the meal that she made for Mondo. Mondo eats it anyway. Genocide Jack says to Mekamaru, "You don't matter. Worry, you don't matter in this game." Monosuke tries to sneak attack Kaito, but Kaito catches on and runs away. Mitsurai gives Murasame his jacket along with a hug. Izuru scares off Katomi, and Munakata catches the despair disease and starts posing dramatic. We'll proceed, which means it is time for a Claire de Lune. 24 people are gone. Remember, your bottom 10 are technically in danger, especially if someone from the despair dimension wins, because then they are all sent to the despair dimension. This could be a game-changing episode. This could shock the system. Are we ready for this Claire de Lune 4? Masaru, Sayaka, Makoto, Usami, Nagisa, Sachiko, Rantaro, Komaru, Yasuke, Now, Chiaki, Kori in the house, Hiroko, Jin, Kazuichi, Ruruka, Gundam, Izuyoi, Juzo, Tenko, Monica, Kanon, Taichi, Jin, Kiri. We'll see everybody's statuses. I think the most important thing, we lost 24 people. That's whatever. The most important thing is to look at how many people are left from the Despair Dimension. They lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 people from the Despair Dimension are gone. One of them, however, was actually... one of them was actually saved. Technically, Hina is in the normal dimension now. We have to keep that into account. She is technically in the normal dimension right now. But she's still working for the Despair Dimension side. If Hina wins this game, she's still a part of Team Despair Dimension, so she could flip the script. She could still be the one to flip the script. Ladies and gentlemen, could it happen? Will it happen? We have to proceed. We gotta find out, because it is time for Night 1, as Hina chases Munakata. Hina, you're doing some wild things chasing Munakata, Monofini, and Haiji trying to enforce a curfew. Kaito finds a tombstone with his name on it. He uses it to bash Celeste to death with. How dare you, Kaito? That's a member of the squad. Kurumi begs for Keiji to kill her. He refuses, keeping Kurumi alive. Nagito sings Akane a lullaby. Junko and Kibo tell stories about themselves to each other. Murasame and Aiko hold hands. Nekomaru and Kyoko promise to keep each other safe through the night. That's sweet. Crazy Yoko kills Angie while she's sleeping. That's death. Monokid finds a stereo and presses play. It plays some sick beats. Suzui, Hifumi, and Nana Achiaki Holden. No, I don't. Just because I had pancakes this morning does not mean it's an addiction. Nobody's addicted to pancakes. It's not an addictive substance. Would I eat pancakes for dinner tonight? Yes. After this recording, am I considering eating pancakes for lunch? Sure. But it's not an addiction. It's a spoiler. Crazy Yoko Extra Large, Maya, Himiko, The Great Gozu, and So sleep in shifts. Mew, Yasuhiro, and Genocide Jack, not Crazy Yoko, discuss the games and what might happen in the morning. Yuta stays up all night to help Hajime with his problems after getting into a heated argument. Mikan and Kaede agree not to speak to each other. Ryoma and Ayiung fight Shirokuma and Ibuki. Ryoma and Ayiung survive. Rest in peace to Ibuki and Shirokuma. Seiko gets caught in Daisaku's trap. However, Daisaku doesn't have the heart to kill her and frees Seiko. That sounds completely canon for Daisaku. Kokichi sets up camp for the night. Sonia questions her own sanity. Mitsurai puts ketchup on their cake. Samugi looks on with disgust. Why didn't you stop him? Chihiro and Mekamaru start kicking Toko for unknown reasons. Mahiro finishes her nighttime coffee before also kicking Toko. How could you? Teru wakes up and notices Gonta resting alongside him. Jeez Louise, Gonta, I don't know how you got there. Well, I guess Teru might have seduced. He's no ultimate seducer like we saw in the OC episode. Hint hint wink wink. But he's a strong competitor. Sarah finds a stereo and presses play. It plays some sick beats. Jotaro warns Kotoko to keep an eye out for Mishima. That man's innocent. What are you talking about? Maki pours hot sauce on her pancakes. Apparently that's a thing. Fuyuko looks at her in disgust. I agree. Tengen, Mondo, Chisa Pekko, and Aijime hold a seance while singing The Caged Child at long last. Pekko uses a loose floorboard as a seesaw to kill Chisa. Rest in peace. Fat Togami wins a ticket that allows him to leave the arena via train. Choo choo! The big train takes him as Monodam and Kotoko wave him goodbye on the train platform as he returns home. As soon as the train leaves, it explodes. Rest in peace to Fat Togami. Monotauro receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Monosuke questions his sanity. Monokuma calls Togami over to their secret cave. Scandalous. What are you two discussing? Disgusting, not disgusting. It would be disgusting if you were doing something scandalous, but that's not Togami. Nanokuma's questions their sanity. Azuru begs for Pennyworth to kill him. He refuses, keeping Azuru alive. Leon hunts Kurokuma for revenge. Taka shoots an arrow into Kizakura's head. He is a master of sword and bow. Sakura looks for all the hidden Monokumas. Shuichi screams for help, and Mukuro sets up camp for the night. As we proceed onward, let's go on to day 2. Maya gives Suzui flowers. Leon questions his sanity. Fuyuhiko and Azuru run into each other. They both are startled and flee from each other. Seiko attacks Aiko, but Hiro protects her, killing Seiko. Rest in peace to Seiko, but I guess she did try and kill the innocent girl with the bunny hoodie on. How could you, Seiko? Togami catches the despair disease and starts posing dramatically. He's not too much of a dramatic poser. Togami's a pretty chill and dignified dude. He's a dignified dude. Mana, Monofini, Akane, Kaede, and Monosuke talk about their lives. Keiji camouflages himself in the bushes. The Great Gozu falls down a garbage chute and was caught by Junko, who apparently is stronger than she looks. Crazy Yoko and Kibo talk about their lives. Mew tracks down and kills Katomi, rest in peace to her. Jotaro knocks out So with a boomerang. Teru glares at Mishima and says, "Do you want to die?" And Mishima's like, "No, not today particularly, thank you." Nakamaru and Murasame make flower crowns together. How peaceful, how quaint. As Pennyworth accidentally runs into a tree, that fool. Sonia falls into a pit, but somehow lives. She's lucky. A bucket fell on Kurumi's head, it was filled with water, and Mahiru stands there, laughing at Kurumi's misfortune. Ha! I love you, Kurumi. I'm not really laughing at you, I'm laughing with you. Mikan tells Sarah that she is rooting for her to win. She's rooting for the steel-minded girls. Taka starts to go insane. Monokid overhears Toko and Kotoko talking in the distance, the two Tokos. Yuta attempts to massage Mekamaru's shoulders, but accidentally ends up strangling a robot. What kind of hands of great power do you have, Yuta? Okay. Aijime hunts for other tributes. Monokuma explores the arena. Mukuro tells Daisaku that she is rooting for him to win. Hifumi picks flowers and gives them to Tengen. How sweet. Peko tries to spearfish with a trident. Maki accidentally runs into a tree. Sakura dies from thirst. Monodam is stung by a bee. Mitarai charges at Ayiung but realizes how big of a threat she is and he just jolts in the other direction. Monotaro blows a dandelion pup. Haiji makes a slingshot. The Nanokumas also start posing dramatically due to the despair disease. Himiko repeatedly shoots Mondo with a crossbow. Why more than once, Himiko? Jeez Louise, you're brutal. Gonta and Nagito hunt for other tributes. Kyoko sings a song about how she's stronger than Genocide Jack as they fight. Ryoma rests under a giant tree, provides good shade, and he felt quite at ease. Munakata sets off an explosive, but nobody was in the blast radius. Kaito, Nane Aichiaki, and Shuichi get chased by a rampaging Hajime. It's like the hero, the sidekick, and the girlfriend of Hajime, rather, getting chased by Hajime. Ridiculous. Truly ridiculous. Apparently Hajime is a villain now, using magic for evil. Kurokuma catches the despair disease, starts eating everything in sight. Samugi is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Kokichi receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Hina yells, "Stop! Hammer time!" Before crushing Crazy Yoko extra large's skull with a hammer, and Chihiro practices his archery. Jeez Louise, and we were just on night... Yeah, we're just on night 1, alright. Well, we'll continue onward and upward to... Oh no. No, we were on day 2, so it was time for a Clary Loon, but it's an arena event. So this might be bad. The tributes wake up wearing strange bracelets on them with numbers. Oh no, they can't be taken off. Oh no, it's a non-arena game. Oh no. Munakata plants bombs around the arena. The bombs go off, killing Shuichi, Kurokuma, and Nakamaru. Rest in peace to those 3. Mikan feels safe in a strange suit of armor, but is she really Tengen? Don't really know. Peko escapes the number 9 door. Taka selects Betray in the AB game against player 2. Mitarai is enraged by this and kills player 1. Oh, there's spaces, but you know what? It's still coded right. Maki escapes through the number 9 door. Samugi feels safe in a strange suit of armor. Or is it Sonya? Izuru plants bombs around the arena. The bombs go off, killing Suzue, Junko, and Himiko. Rest in peace to those 3. Monotaro selects Betray in the AB game against Kyoko. Kyoko is enraged by this and kills Monotaro. Rest in peace to Monotaro. Hina escapes to the number 9 door. So does Hifumi, as does Aiko, as does Kaito. Ayiung feels safe in the strange suit of armor. Or is it Monokid? Mew and Maya escape through the number 9 door together. Sarah doesn't make it to the number 9 door in time and dies. Rest in peace to her. Murasame is caught planting bombs and is forced out of the AB game. He loses all of his BP and dies. Haiji feels safe in a strange suit of armor, or is it actually Kokichi? Kurumi also feels safe, but is she actually Leon? Ryoma doesn't make it to the number 9 door in time and dies. Rest in peace to him. Hajime doesn't make it to the number 9 door in time either and dies. Aijime and Pennyworth escape to the number 9 door together. Teru walks through the wrong door and blows up. Whoops, well, rest in peace to him. Genocide Jack plants bombs around the arena. The bombs go off, killing Nane Aichiaki, Monosuke, and the Nanokumas. Togami contracts the Radical 9 virus and commits suicide. Rest in peace to him. Kaede feels safe in a strange suit of armor, or is it so? So Hiyori? Monokuma and Hiro escape to the number 9 door together. Keiji also leaves to that number 9 door. The Great Gozu is caught planting bombs and is forced out of the AB game, loses all of his BP and dies. Nagito feels safe in a strange suit of armor, or is it Monofune? Yuta contracts the Radical 9 virus and commits suicide. Rest in peace to him. Jotaro feels safe in a strange suit of armor, or is it Crazy Hiyoko? Gonta doesn't make it to the number 9 door in time and dies. This is absolutely bloody as heck. Kotoko is caught planting bombs, forced out of the AB game, loses all of her BP, and dies. She just wanted to blow some people up. Daisaku selects Betray in the AB game against Fuyuhiko. Fuyuhiko runs out of BP, gets poisoned by his bracelet. Rest in peace to him. Let's see. Akane and Mahiru escape through the number 9 door together. Kibo plants bombs all around the arena. The bombs go off, killing Toko, Mukuro, and Mishima. And lastly, Chihiro selects Betray in the AB game against Monodam. Monodam runs out of BP, gets poisoned by the bracelet, and dies. We'll proceed, which means now 39. That was brutality at its finest. Ladies and gentlemen, I think it's time we hit a Claire de Lune 4. Celeste. Angie. Shirakuma. Ibuki. Chisa. Fat Togami. Kizakura. Seiko. Kotomi. Mekamaru. Sakura. Mondo. Crazy Hiyoko. Extra large. Shuichi. Kurokuma. Nekomaru. Kiyotaka. Suzue. Junko. Himiko. Monotaro. Sarah. Murasame. Ryoma. Hajime. Teru. Nane Aichiaki. Monosuke. Nanokumas. Togami. The Great Gozu. Yuta. Gonta. Fuyuhiko. Toko. Mukuro. Mishima. Monodam. I don't know how many people are left after that. I don't know. I didn't actually know how many people were in this game. But now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. We still have plenty of people. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31 from the normal dimension. From the despair dimension, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's 31 to 8. Granted, that's still probably about even to the odds that they had at the beginning of the game. We'll see what happens. But we have 39 people remaining. Ladies and gentlemen, are you guys ready? Let's keep going. We gotta keep proceeding. We got plenty of people still to get through, apparently. As we click proceed, it is the start of night 2. We are only at night 2. Never mind. That's... Jeez Louise. Chihiro looks at the nighttime sky. Hifumi dances to the moonlight. Mew and Azuru vow to protect each other, so quietly hums. Ayiung vibe checked Maya. She notices that Maya's vibes were off and she consoled her. Monokid finds a magical staff brimming with arcane energy. Using a spell of his own creation, he kills Kyoko. Rest in peace. Monokuma catches a despair disease and begins doing push-ups furiously. Kaede and Leon play rock, paper, scissors. Kaede lost and now has a sad feeling in her chest. You're lucky they didn't set up the community rules yet, Kaede. Genocide Jack and Mahiru try to pull apart a kissing Mitarai and Hino away from each other. They succeed. Aijime and Sonia promise to keep each other safe through the night. Pennyworth kisses Daisaku, leaving the latter stunned. Pekko, the second time, is involved in a seesaw effect with Nagito, Kaito, Kurumi, and Samugi during a seance. While they sing this song, Kurumi uses a loose floorboard as a seesaw to kill Kaito. Rest in peace to Kaito. I'll say that he won't get saved today, but it's still possible. He could get wheeled out of the despair dimension. Jotaro catches the despair disease and starts doing push-ups furiously. Aiko questions her sanity. Haiji, Maki, and Hiro sleep in shifts. Tengen vibe checked Crazy Yoko, noticing her vibes were off, and consoled her. Didn't expect that from you, Tengen. Are you and Haiji trying to have, like, redemption days? Keiji Akane, Mikan, and Monofini tell each other ghost stories to lighten the mood. Kibo goes to sleep, and Munakata puts ketchup on their cake. Kokichi eats it with him. There's not a lot of true chaotic beings in this world, but Kokichi are one of them. Nasty. We'll proceed to day 3. Kurumi searches for firewood. Mana Kid, Munakata, So, and Chihiro raid Daisaku's camp while he's hunting. Genocide Jack rests under a giant tree, provides good shade, and she felt quite at ease. Maya, Azuru, and Yasuhiro make homemade weapons. Crazy Yoko receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Mitsurai collects fruit from a tree. Peko diverts Monokuma's attention and runs away. Kibo receives a bottle of poison from an unknown sponsor. Monofini gives Pennyworth flowers. Probably like she has 2 flowers in that little icon there. Tengen, Kaede, and Mikan drew a crudely drawn map of the arena together. Jotaro, Hina, and Ayiung make homemade weapons together. Nagito attacks Leon, but he manages to escape. Hifumi sings a song about how he's stronger than Maki as they fight. I don't know if that's true, but you know what? You do you, Hifumi. Aijime begs for Mew to kill her. She refuses, keeping Aijime alive. Haiji is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Samugi had to go to school. In attempting to leave the arena, she was killed on contact with the border. Rest in peace to the blue-haired demoness on the other side. Keiji, Akane, and Kokichi come up with a complicated escape plan. Mahiru stalks Sonya, and Aiko puts all of their faith in a tool, which means we have a clear day loom for another one. Stand tall, galactic hero. A suspicious individual in a robot costume has been spotted in the arena. 2 arena events in 2 days. I don't know if that's happened before either. Maya passed out in a locker that she is. Nagito is hit with a small justice hammer. Ayiung lies on the floor pretending to be dead. Mew is hit with a large justice hammer and dies. Mikan lays on the floor pretending to be dead. Chihiro is hit with a large justice hammer and dies as well. Maki is hit with a small justice hammer. Kaede, Monokid, Mahiru discover Crazy Hyoko's dead body. Ding dong, bing bong. Mitsurai, Monofini, Hina discover Sonya's dead body. Ding dong, bing bong. Cell is passed out in a locker. Kurumi is hit with a large justice hammer and dies. Pennyworth is passed out in a locker. Keiji lays on the floor pretending to be dead. Genocide Jack is hit with a small justice hammer. Leon is passed out in a locker. Kibo is hit with a large justice hammer and dies. Akane is hit with a large justice hammer and dies. Tengen is disguised as Robot Justice, brutalizes Aiko with a justice hammer, you monster. I thought that there was going to be some redemption, Tengen, but how could you? Hero is passed out in a locker. Fitting. Absolutely fitting. This man's is too fitting. Azuru is hit with a large justice hammer and dies. Forsaken. Haiji is lying on the floor pretending to be dead. Kokichi is hit with a small justice hammer. Daisaku teams up with Peko only to get smashed by a hammer by Robot Justice. Did you both die? Oh my gosh. Monokuma wanders off alone and is murdered by Hifumi using Justice Hammer 3. Munakata teams up with Aijime only to get smashed by Robot Justice. And Jotaro lies on the floor pretending to be dead. We lost a lot of people again. 17 cannon shots, ladies and gentlemen. 2 arena events in a row. Can we get a Claire de Lune 4? Kyoko, Kaito, Samugi, Mew, Chihiro, Crazy Hiyoko, Sonya, Kurumi, Kibo, Akane, Aiko, Azuru, Daisaku, Peko, Monokuma, Munakata, Aijime. So now if we see everybody's statuses. In terms of people who are still alive, we have Mikan, Kaede, Haiji and Tengen, Hiro, So and Maki, Jotaro, Pennyworth, Mahiru, Leon Hifumi, Genocide Jack Keiji, Maya, Mitsurai, and that's it from the normal dimension. The Despair Dimension still has Nagito, Hina, Kokichi, Monofini, Monokid, and Ayiung. It's still any team's game, technically. Still any team's game, technically. The only person without a kill from the Despair Dimension right now is Kokichi. He could still win, though. There's a lot of people still in. It's anybody's game. And if someone from the Despair Dimension wins, we have to remember, they're in the squad. We could have Kokichi in the squad. We could have Nagito in the squad. We could have Hina in the squad. We could have either of those 2 bears in the squad. We could have Ayiung from Vangon in the squad. But we have to proceed to see what happens. Will 10 people get banished? Will anybody else get banished? Will any of these secret achievements finally hit? Oh my gosh. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead. Let's proceed. We have more to get through as we start off with night 3. Only night 3. Jeez Louise. Monopony and Pennyworth put their differences aside and decide to work together. Mitarai strangles Tengen with a rope. Rest in peace to Tengen. You redeemed yourself and then you unredeemed yourself and you deserve this, Tengen. Genocide Jack puts her trust in Maya and allows herself to fall backwards. Maya does nothing and watches her fall down. How rude. Well, Maya doesn't really use her arms. She doesn't catch people. Hero puts ketchup on their cake. Nagito looks on with disgust. Jotaro is killed by an explosive from an unknown sponsor. One of y'all did it. Just like in the OC episode, one of y'all did this. Hifumi thinks about home. A starving Kokichi trades nearly half of his supplies for Haji's loaf of bread. Maki and Mikan huddle together for warmth. Keiji slices Ayiung in half and tries to fix them with flex tape. He is successful, and Ayiung survives. Mahiru and Hina tell stories about themselves to each other. So confesses his love for Monokid. Monokid gives him a look of disapproval, and Kaede and Leon talk about the tribute still alive. We'll go on to day 4. As Monokid makes a slingshot, Maya blows a dandelion puff. Nagito, Keiji, and Mikan unsuccessfully ambush Hiro, Pennyworth, and Monopony, which means we just lost Keiji, Mikan, and Nagito. Hina tells Maki that she's rooting for her to win. Ayiung tends to Genocide Jack's wounds. Kaede investigates the school grounds looking for clues. Mitarai receives a bottle of poison from an unknown sponsor. Hifumi can't handle the circumstances and commits suicide. Kokichi sleeps the entire day away from everyone else. So finds a dimensional scythe, omitting an ominous purple glow, and picks it up. With a single strike, he slices through our reality and opens a portal, shoving Haiji in, banishing him to the despair dimension. Ladies and gentlemen, good job, So. Because now I have to write this name on this list. Ladies and gentlemen, it seems we are losing Haiji Toa to the despair dimension. Rest in peace to ya, Haiji. Ladies and gentlemen, Leon picks flowers and gives them to Mahiru. How sweet. Can we actually click proceed without getting an arena event? Can we get a Clear Day Loon? Can we? Can we? We can. Jeez Louise. Ladies and gentlemen, 7 cannon shots, 7 people gone. Can we get a Clear Day Loon 4? Tengen, Jotaro, Nagito, Keiji, Mikan, Hifumi, Haiji. That was 1 person from the despair dimension and 6 people from the normal dimension. How many people do we have left? It might be real close, if not time for your saving grace picks. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people from the normal dimension. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from the despair dimension. We need to lose 5 more people. It's now a 2-to-1 battle. 10 people from the normal dimension, 5 people from the despair dimension. Those are much better odds in the beginning of the game. So, who's gonna win this one? I haven't the slightest idea, but we have 5 more people until your save and grace pick. It could happen next round. It could happen as I click proceed. Will it happen? We'll have to find out. Ladies and gentlemen, night 4, Hina enters a pancake eating competition against Monopony. Monopony eats the most pancakes because she is not limited by the human stomach, being crowned the pancake champ. How quaint. Hero, Mahiru, and Ayiung unsuccessfully ambush Maki, Monokid, and Kokichi. Rest in peace to those 3. We only need to lose 2 more people. Maya enters a pancake eating competition against Kaede. Maya eats the most pancakes, being titled the Pancake Champ. As the Pancake Champ, Maya has Kaede condemned to death. Oh man, rest in peace. That's my, you got it. One of these days, Kaede, you're gonna come out on top. Leon is struck by lightning. He miraculously survives. Genocide Jack is unable to convince So not to kill her. So is on a roll. And Mitarai begs for Pennyworth to kill him. He reluctantly obliges, killing Mitarai. Jeez Louise. So we are at your save and grace picks as soon as we get to... What is this game? Whenever I'm like, alright, so we just need to do this, and then all of a sudden, boom. Just boom. The cornucopia is replenished with food supplies, weapons, and memoirs from the tribute's families because we are at the feast, you guys. Monokid, Hina and Leon get into a fight. Leon triumphantly kills them both. Maya cannot handle the circumstances and commits suicide. Monophony decides not to go to the beast. Maki decides not to go to the beast. Pennyworth convinces So not to kill him, only to kill him instead. Rest in peace to So, you had a great game. And Kokichi decides not to go to the beast. Now we'll proceed because now it's time for day 5. Leon begs for Maki to kill him. She reluctantly obliges, killing Leon. Rest in peace to Leon. Monophony picks flowers to pay respects to a fallen friend. Kokichi glares at Pennyworth and says, "Do you want to die?" Pennyworth runs away. We're at your final 4. And it's a 2v2 for the normal dimension versus the despair dimension. 11 people are gone. Can we get a Claire de Lune 4? Hero. Mahiru. Ayiung. Kaie. Day. Genocide Jack. Mitarai. Monokid. Hina. Maya. So. Leon. And that means it's time for your Saving Grace Picks! It is just a 2v2. From the normal dimension, we have Maki and we have Pennyworth. From the despair dimension, we have Kokichi and we have Monophony. Keep in mind that if either Kokichi or Monophony win, the bottom 10 all get taken to the despair dimension, and everyone who was in the despair dimension from the top 10 gets brought back to the normal dimension. I don't remember quite who that was, actually. Well, we can logic this out, right? These are our final 4. If we go back to Fallen Tributes, here. No. No. So we have 4, 5, 6, 7. 8th place would be Hina. 9th place would be Monokid. And 10th place would be Mitarai. So Monokid and Hina would also get brought back. So that's neat. That is neat. We'll go back to see everybody's statuses. It's your Saving Grace picks. Ladies and gentlemen, who you got? Maki, Pennyworth from the normal dimension, or Kokichi and Monophony from the despair dimension? Make your picks known. It's your final 4. I have no idea. Never do. Final 4. Final 4. I don't need a pick, because I figured Kokichi was going to come out on top, because he knows when to win, and he knows how to win. Could it be Kokichi? Could this be the greatest week for my picks of all time? It could be. Ladies and gentlemen, I have to stick with Kokichi. I can't, he's my pick. He was my OG pick. And we're doing, it's a 1 in 4 chance, so make sure to go like the video, go subscribe to the channel, hit that bell button to make sure you don't miss any videos, but more importantly, comment. Edit your comment, reply to your comment, do whatever you gotta do to make sure your Saving Grace pick is known. Because it's a 1 in 4 chance, you could be completely right, you could be a 75% chance that you're wrong, but it's better than a 1 in 10 chance. Ladies and gentlemen, are you guys ready? We don't hit the Samurai Woman anymore. In fact, we should hit, because it is the final 4, so this is a Crises of Fate between these 4. We should hit Crisis of Fate, but I don't know. This game has been so wild and unpredictable with arena events and the feast, 3 big events. It could be anybody. I don't think we've had a day where we lost less than 10 people. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead, let's proceed, let's see what this Crisis of Fate. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the start of Night 5. Maki, Monophony, and Pennyworth cheerfully sing songs together as Kokichi receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. We are at day 6. Monophony, Pennyworth, and Maki. I'm sorry, Monophony gives Pennyworth and Maki an irresistible smile. Pennyworth and Maki argue about who loves Monophony more, and Kokichi searches for firewood. We got nothing, no fallen tributes. We'll proceed once again. Wow, that's out of character. Maki gets caught in gets caught in Kokichi's trap. Kokichi doesn't have the heart to kill her and frees Maki. Actually, that's completely in character. I thought it was flip-flop. You know, there was no mistletoe in this game. There was no mistletoe in this game, and then all of a sudden you had to go and try and put some up. You were trying to make this game full of mistletoe. Got some oil on my hands. Not that anything happened, nothing happened. Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, throw out my shoulder. Alright. Pennyworth receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. It is now a 2v1 for the normal dimension versus the despair dimension. It is Maki versus Pennyworth versus Kokichi. Maki could bring the Babysitters Club to the tag team finale. Kokichi could bring the Rats to the tag team finale, free himself, Monophony, Monokid, and Hina from the despair dimension and banish 10 more people. Or it could be Pennyworth, who would bring the Togami Corporation to the tag team finale, but we have to click proceed and see the fallen true. No, it's day 7, I'm sorry. Kokichi talks to a tree. Maki sees him from afar and laughs. Pennyworth makes a wooden spear. Now, it is time for fallen tributes. We lost 1 soul from the despair dimension. Can we get a Claire de Lune 4? Monophony. It's getting tense, you guys. It is getting very tense. We'll see everybody's statuses. It's real tense. It is Maki and Pennyworth versus Kokichi. If Kokichi wins, we banish 10 people to the despair dimension. We saved 4, but we banished 10. So here's the thing. This is really dangerous, specifically for Masaru. If Maki wins, he gets taken to the tag team finale. If Pennyworth wins, he remains safe. Doesn't get into a finale, but he remains safe. If Kokichi wins, he gets banished again. That would suck for Masaru. So thinking about Masaru, this is the worst case scenario, Kokichi winning. Thinking about everyone else, some people would be best case for Kokichi win. He would also get sent to the squad. So maybe Pennyworth might help him out. That's just something that I didn't think about. So could Maki. This is 2 members of the squad, and Kokichi, who could be a member of the squad after this. What a final 3 this has turned out to be. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a crisis of fate still. We have to proceed. It could not be a crisis of fate if something weird happens, but just in case it's not, we have Maki, we have Pennyworth, and we have Kokichi. Maki, Pennyworth, Kokichi, Maki, Pennyworth, Kokichi. Who will it be? I don't know. Maki hugs Pennyworth, but Pennyworth doesn't like it and kills her for it. Kokichi receives medical splash from an unknown sponsor. It will likely end then. This will likely be it. Pennyworth or Kokichi. Pennyworth or Kokichi. Pennyworth accidentally steps on a landmine. It's your boy! It's been the greatest week of picks of all time for me, ladies and gentlemen. 2 cannon shots. 2 members of the squad, but we got a new one because of it. Ladies and gentlemen, can we get a Claire de Lune 4? Maki. Pennyworth. And we'll see everybody's statuses. We don't need to. Also, I'm still debating. I think, because that last one is a separate rule, I think Masaru, so on my note card, it's 3 separate rules. You guys can't see it at all. It is 3 separate rules, so I actually might let Masaru survive. We'll see. We'll see how I feel once I say, your winner from the despair dimension, saving Hina, who's already saved, Monokid, and also saving Monophony. Kokichi takes the win. He earned it. He did what we wanted. It's a beautiful day, you guys. We'll proceed. I did not expect it. The odds were against him, but he did it. 7 kills, Pennyworth. Holy heck. Kokichi comes out on top with 3 kills, Pennyworth in second with 7, Maki in third with 4, Monophony out of the despair dimension with 4 kills in 4th place, Leon in 5th place with 2, So in 6th place with 2, Maya in 7th place with 1, Hina out of the despair dimension in 8th place with 4, Monokid in 9th place with 4, and Mitarai in 10th place with 2, Monokid also out of the despair dimension. Ladies and gentlemen, here's the thing. There were 102 people in this game? Jeez Louise. So the most important thing, I do think I'm gonna let Masaru out of the Despair Dimension still, solely because it's a separate rule. It's a separate rule. Yeah, I gotta let him out. I can't do that. I gotta let him out. Masaru, technically, you were banished again, but because you were in last place and you were in the Despair Dimension, that does override it. You are free from the Despair Dimension. So, in terms of your bottom 10, it's the rest of these guys who are in the Despair Dimension. Freaking Sayaka, Makoto, Usami remains there, Nagisa, Sachiko remains there. Rantaro is now in the Despair Dimension, Komaru remains there. Yasuke is now in the Despair Dimension, and now finds her way back in the Despair Dimension. Whew. That's sad. Chiaki just avoided it. I have to write all of these names down. Ooh boy. So Masaru remains safe. This is ridiculous. This is wild. Well, that fills up the Despair Dimension episode quite a bit. We lost, what, how many people this episode? Including Haiji. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 people. My goodness. Alright, well, I will write their names down on this list here, but you guys know, in terms of the people now who are in the Despair Dimension, we have Juzo, Kaito, Nagito. I'm sorry, I take that back. Because Kokichi won, he saves Nagito from the Despair Dimension because they are a team. Kokichi saves Nagito. Bring Nagito, you are free from the Despair Dimension. And Kokichi is clearly freed himself from the Despair Dimension. So Kaito, Nane Chiaki, Juzo. Kokichi is now freed from the Despair Dimension. We saved a lot of people today. Tenko, Usami, Mishima, Komaru. Monofini is now freed as well, and so is Monakin. Celeste, Junko. Aijime, Suzue. Ayiung, Sachiko. Haiji, who's new. Sayaka, Makoto. Nagisa, Rantaro. Yasuke, and now finds herself back in the Despair Dimension. I think she's the first person to get back into the Despair Dimension, which is sad, which is so sad. But ladies and gentlemen, who would have thunk? The odds were low that somebody from the Despair Dimension would win, but it happened. And of course it would be Kokichi. This man is a win machine. We'll proceed. There it is. We started off with Masaru being unable to convince Jin not to kill him at the very beginning. Jin saved that man technically from the Despair Dimension, so good job, Jin. And then at the very end, Kokichi won because Pennyworth accidentally stepped on a landmine. We'll proceed once again. It was 8 days. Look at how, look at this though. The arena event there, the arena event here. Gosh, all of that is wild. Clearly the Despair Dimension won. We'll keep going down, we'll keep going down. Yeah, that's it. Ladies and gentlemen, that was fantastic. That was incredible. That was 2,500. We had 102 people here, we saved a bunch, and we banished a bunch. Gosh, geez Louise. I need to... hold on. So we saved, today alone, 2, 4, 5. 5? 5. Yeah, we saved 5 and banished 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we only really got a +1 this time. We did a lot of swapping. That was actually really neat. I actually liked how that turned out. I like how that turned out a lot. Kokichi, congratulations. You are in the singles and tag team finale again. Of course. Freaking rats. All the time. Every time. And so, actually had a big time moment too when he banished Haiji. I'm sorry. We are +2. I forgot to count Haiji in that plus minus system. We are +2 in the Despair Dimension after today's episode, but we did a lot of flip-flopping. Ladies and gentlemen, we can go back to the reaping. That was today's episode. Congratulations to everybody who was in the Despair Dimension, really. You guys, a lot of you got out. Unfortunately, I think Juzo's still your longest lasting Despair Dimension folk. Kaito, I feel like you're gonna get saved by the end of the season. I really do. You'll probably be fine. Now that Crazy Yoko's back, she knows how to win a game. Let's be completely honest. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm your United States Aviator, 2,500 strong. Thank you guys so much. It's been a ride. It has been one heck of a ride. That's all I can really say at this point. Thank you guys for staying with me for so long. Thank you guys for being a part of this fantastic experience. We're gonna have a fantastic rest of the season. I've been plotting for the next season since January, and I'm actually really excited for what I'm plotting. And I think you guys are gonna actually really enjoy the concept too. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all I got. I said ladies and gentlemen like 8 times in this intro. That sounds about right. That sounds about right. It's the Year of the Horizon. I'm taking off. So long for your boys, Toon Link and Dave. This is your United States Aviator taking off. Stay classy, passengers. We will see you all next time. Toodaloo, flight crew. As always, thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being so invested in the series. Thanks for being so invested in the channel. And thank you for being you. Toodaloo, flight crew.